I don't dance now, I make money moves. I ain't gotta dance, I make money moves. Hey, means I don't. If you see me, I don't speak with you. You wear synthetic wigs, I wear lace front, makes virgin hair. All right. Is this thing on? Is this thing recording? Okay. Let me see what is going on. So I'm about to read Donald Trump for the month of November, since I obviously didn't do October. But I felt like the last Donald Trump reading I did, I kind of felt like it all kind of blended in. So I wasn't really in a hurry to try to see the position is. Oh, and I want to give a shout out to one of my subscribers who sent me this tarot deck. I've actually ordered a lot of deck, guys. I just haven't been using them, but I will be most definitely showing off a lot of my new decks. Thank you so much for showing me love. I would say your name, but for privacy purposes, I will not. Thank you for this amazing deck, which I'll be using, I think, maybe, who knows. All right, so why don't we see the overall energy. Oh yeah, and I haven't forgotten about you, so text me. Let me see the overall energy of the presidency of Donald Trump for the month of November. The presidency of Donald Trump for the month of November. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Get this shit out of my way. Well, we all know when the scales of justice are not balanced, we already know it's gonna be very interesting. Normally I pull out 2 cards to get a feeling of what's going to happen. What I think is gonna start happening is a lot of questionable like laws and questionable, a lot of things that are questionable is gonna start coming up in terms of like laws and things that have been passed. It's also things that are going to be exposed. So, but it's funny because these cards keep giving me a smoke and mirror effect. Like, I don't know, it's like you're looking in the like mirror, and it's like, let's just say you're looking into a mirror and you see a crime being committed and you see someone being stabbed through the actual mirror, and then all of a sudden you know what you saw, but then on the news the story is being told backwards. It's being told completely different. I almost feel like a lot of things are coming up to the surface when it comes to like things that were done in the dark come to light, but then somehow I just see smoke screens with like things being flipped around. So it's almost like whatever you originally hear is the truth, and then whatever starts to keep, whatever the media keeps adding on is not. But this is really speaking in terms of things coming to the dark and things beginning to be judged. But the funny thing is, it's not necessarily in Donald Trump's favor, but then it is. So it falls in kind of a in-between place. But what is weird is that I see him being challenged, like being challenged very openly, where when it comes to certain laws and policies that he's going to try to change, it's like they're going to pull up stuff from I almost feel from his past. Like, okay, you're talking about this, but what about when you did this? What about when you did this? What about when you did this? So it's almost a fight. I almost feel it's a pull. It's like a lot of smoke and mirrors, a lot of magic tricks, and objects in the mirror may appear closer than they are. It's an illusion. I don't know, like the month of November is a big old magic trick. I don't know how to explain it. It's a lot of like deflecting from the actual problem. Well, of course, you know, the whole Twitter issue is a huge deflection, but I feel like this reminds me of going in front of like something major, a superior court, Supreme Court, things being presented and judged heavily, and just what you originally hear is not what you think it is, but it is what you think it is. Like, I don't it's a month of smoke and mirrors. It's very like, did you steal? Yes, I stole it, but actually the item was stolen from me and I went back and stole it. But which story is true? It's a very questionable month. Very, a lot of, it's just weird. It's a weird month when it comes to politics, within, like, I like to say domestic politics here in the United States. It's just bringing up a lot of things. Like, Donald Trump is going to try to change a lot of things in like November, but it's like, oh, you're trying to change this, but what about this? It's just like, it's crazy. It's a lot of like people going to people presenting stuff, people being like having to sit in front of councils, truths being revealed, falsehoods being challenged, truths being challenged. Very interesting month. So that's what the cards are showing. It's a very funny month. It's funny, but a lot of things being exposed, and you don't really know what to believe. And a lot of people will say, oh, that's Trump's whole presidency. Yeah, it is. But this is going to be very obvious. Like, a lot of things are going to start coming out. And it's kind of like we're going to be trying to figure out what's true, what's not true. And I really feel whatever we hear initially is the actual truth. Whatever they keep adding on to is not true. So it's going to be interesting. So overall, it's a mixed month for Donald Trump. It's not an amazing month, but it's most definitely a month where he's going to be trying to change a lot of stuff, and he's going to most definitely have a head on. Spirit was also telling me that the Democrats, they may not be the majority, but they are winning in a weird way. Even though that they don't have power in number, they have power with people who are backing them up. So you are going to start seeing them having victories, okay? So you are going to see more Democratic victories, but let me tell you guys what's going to happen. And I know it's going to squish some of y'all's feelings, but I gotta be honest. We win battles, but we don't necessarily win the war. So it's like we're constantly winning small things here and there. We're gonna be able to postpone things, but not necessarily. Not you know what's funny? I remember I said that Ben Carson, I said this in an old reading, that Ben Carson was gonna be in the like news, and he was gonna make the like news around October. I think I said that either September or October. Well, I was online, and guess who was being questioned? It was Sleepy Eye Ben Carson. Y'all, he was, Ben Carson looked like he drinks cognac in the like morning and a damn sleeping pill, and he just walks around drowsy as fuck. Like, like the whole Puerto Rico thing, that hot ass mess. And I just knew something was coming up in October for Ben Carson. If Ben Carson makes it past the year and he's still there, hallelujah. That's all I can say, because he's a hot mess, honey. Spiritually, energetically speaking, it's a mess. So why don't we go into Donald Trump's November. Donald Trump's November. 5, 4. Someone is stepping down, quietly stepping down. Someone else from, you know, his staff or whatever is stepping down, quietly. I feel, the weird thing is, I feel like they've already stepped down, like quietly backed up, but they haven't made it official. And it's weird because I feel it's Ivanka's husband. I feel he's gonna, because I think something else is coming, something else is gonna hit him, and he's just gonna backpedal. He's gonna, but I feel he's gonna like resign from his position. It's coming because it has an energy of a young man, not an older man. And it just feels like he's gonna decide, for the sake of whatever, he's gonna start to back down. So why don't we see Donald Trump's November. Donald Trump's November. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Just bring out the cards. Donald Trump is actually going to make an ally. We finally get a damn ally, y'all. Some country, somebody we about to shake hands with, actually come together. I feel like the Donald Trump has been having meetings with whoever this person is. We make some type of official announcement in like November, something to help the economy, something to help to stimulate the actual economy. But the weird thing is, it's really something to help to stimulate their it's weird, it's gonna help stimulate their economy. It's not it's ours at the same time, but it feels like in the beginning it's going to benefit whatever this country is. It's like it's some type of major contract that we've been kind of like negotiating for a while. Yeah, it's actually a successful move, y'all. It's successful. I don't know with who it is, but it's most definitely going to move forward towards something positive. I'm gonna tell you what it feels like. It feels like, you know how we have a deal with like China and how we get like 99.99.22% of our stuff is made in China? It feels like we're about to go into a new type of trading contract with somebody. But this is also telling me another story too. This is telling me about Donald Trump and him watching his daughter and her husband being watched. Money, how money is being traded and how money is being passed around. This is telling me that something pissed off Ivanka with her husband, but she's standing by. Something about secret properties or secrets, like secret things that he has that has not been revealed, something that she didn't even know herself. So it's gonna again put him in a weird place, but he will move forward. but it feels like I'm leaving, I'm out. Like, fuck that shit. So I'm not here for this bullshit, okay? Like, it's really, but for some reason it feels like he walks away unscathed, but his reputation is ruined. So it's weird. It's like he should have really been prosecuted, but he walks away unscathed. I just don't see him staying in office that long. I just feel something is going to come up about lands and properties, something he's involved in that he should not have been. Again, it's still coming up, and even his wife didn't know, y'all. So that's the tea. So why don't we keep going? It's good, like, really, for Donald Trump, for himself, his family, you know, like, normally, like, November and like December is just natural, it's just like, I can't get the words out my mouth, it's just naturally a time for family to come together. A lot of economic stability, a lot of making our government strong, he's trying to figure out how to actually bring us together. I know that sounds crazy, but he actually is trying to find a way to make things more fruitful. Kellyanne, aka Nightcrawler, Tales from the Actual Crypt, we'll be hearing a lot of her, a lot of victorious battles on her half. So she's going to be fighting for Donald Trump, you know, and she seems actually pretty victorious. Yeah, y'all, we're signing a deal, and it's gonna help us. It's actually going to help us in the actual long run. It's gonna piss off a lot of people, though. Like, we're gonna hear a lot about it's kind of like, to some people, it's kind of like it's a betrayal, like a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy, a lot of us signing up whatever deal. It's gonna open up a lot of things for us. So I can't say kudos to motherfucking Cheeto, because he actually got us something. It's gonna help create jobs, guys. Not immediately, but in the like future, it's gonna actually help to make jobs. So it is what it is. Donald Trump, I don't know who this person is, but I don't know if this person is coming, or if there's somebody who he has or is coming. His hair is dark, and he's not a very tall man, or his hair is black. It feels very black. I almost feel he has an accent, or he speaks with a very, I know it's an accent. He's actually going to help Donald Trump a great deal with trying to rebuild our economy and make our economy strong. Also, whoever he is, he's very good with international trade, international, he's good with those type of things. That's where his strength actually lies, and that is why Donald Trump is going to actually like want him on our team. And he's seeing that if certain things don't change, then we won't be able to progress as a nation when it comes to our economy. So, but right here is telling me that whatever country we sign up with, they need it really bad. Yeah, y'all, I'm sorry. There's a lot of, I almost feel like November, if this does not happen in November, it's got to happen in December. It's gonna be like we made a fool out of ourselves, or he's gonna feel like Ivanka is gonna look stupid. I don't know how to explain it. She's just gonna look stupid. Something is coming up where, and it's gonna surprise everybody, and I don't know what it is, y'all, but it's gonna have her like shook. Let me see. gonna keep going. Judgment and justice keep coming up, and whenever judgment and justice is coming up in a actual reading, it's bringing me, look, I'm about to just move these over here. It's bringing me to a place of, because I keep feeling justice, judgment, justice, judgment. It keeps bringing me to a place of, it's just, I mean, a lot of action-oriented politics, a lot of things being taken into effect, a lot of things, it's no longer about talking. I see a lot of things being signed. But the problem is, it's opening up floodgates. It's making I almost feel like our house is on fire. Like I feel like the Senate, the House, everything is just all over the place. And there's going to be certain laws passed that are just, it's just a lot of, again, it's, this row brings me back to here. It brings me back to questionable. It's just, some of these laws are highly questionable, and we're not exactly sure how they're going to affect us in the long run. And I see some passing, and I see some being temporarily postponed by the Democratic Party. I think this is where these cards fall into place. It's very weird, because this is Donald Trump. This is also our economy. This is our economy having to release certain things in order to survive, but it's a painful type of release. So yeah, y'all, it's gonna be interesting to see how laws start to shift and change, because I can say finally we're going to be entering into, I guess you call it, Trump land, because this is when a lot of his laws are about to start passing. Spirit is saying this is dealing with immigration, okay, right here. Even though Donald Trump is strict, he is gonna start backpedaling on certain things. So he's gonna, I don't know who his new, I just feel like he's about to get someone new who's really good with like international policies and international, he's good, he's solid. I think he's gonna tell Trump, you know, it's great to build a wall again and make America great again and kneel on one foot and carry around AK-47s, but why don't we focus on the bigger issue of immigration? It just feels like the wall is postponed, and why don't we figure out some other things? Of course, Donald Trump doesn't want to be seen as backpedaling, but certain things are going to like change. Is it for the better? I don't want to say for the better. I want to say more reasonable, But I don't know about Donald Trump's son-in-law. I don't know about Ben Carson. Y'all, it's very interesting. So I just want to get the overall what challenges is coming up for Donald Trump in the month of November, minus, you know, his wig piece. What is the next challenge, y'all? Because I be staring at his hair, and I be trying to think, how does it stay on? Like, do they use that glue? What is it called? N500 or that Gorilla Glue? What is he using, y'all? What are the challenges that Donald Trump is going to face? I actually want to go into international stuff, because it's always something brewing internationally. What what are some challenges that Donald Trump is going to face? What are the challenges Where are the challenges? Where are the challenges? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Justice! It keeps coming up, y'all. Justice. Donald Trump is going in front of the Senate. He's going in front of the House. Whatever is going on, there is a battle. And we've been known there's a battle. But November and like most definitely December, he's gonna have to go in front of people who don't really give two fucks for him. Even people in his own party. Like November is a month where he's gonna try to get a lot of stuff like unblocked and really get stuff moving. But in front of the House, in front of the Senate, he has a lot of personal challenges in that area. They ain't trying to hear him. They ain't trying to hear him. They ain't trying to hear him. Like, even like Republicans ain't trying to hear him. Like, they ain't trying to hear it. They ain't trying to hear it. They ain't trying to hear it. Nope. He's gonna have to. There's a fight here, but then here there's a victory for him. But it's not immediate. He's got to get past all of this in the House and Senate, but there is a balance, y'all. I think there's a second Supreme Court justice coming. I really do. I don't think it's this year. I think it's going to be like next year. I don't know why. I don't know if somebody's about to die. I don't know but something is coming. And the funny thing is, I think Donald Trump is still going to end up being victorious. In the long run, he looks like he's going to be victorious. It looks like justice will balance itself out and the confusion will kind of calm down. But this doesn't feel like now. It feels like going more into the beginning of the actual year. And Democrats are putting up a fight. Like, they're just like, nah, man, things are gonna move in his favor more towards, like, I think the beginning of the actual year, not right now. Because right now, he's not looking so good, you know, to the people who helped to run this actual like nation. It's interesting, y'all. It's a lot of, like, the situation reminds me of your girlfriend who can't really cook and you're scared to eat her food, and one day she cooks something and it smells good, but you're scared it's gonna taste like shit, so you're really cautious about being her taste tester, and you're trying to find the like dog so you can put him up under the like table to taste his food. So it's a lot of anxiety. People just ain't feeling like his House, Congress, that y'all, they ain't feeling Trump right now. Even on the like Republicans, a lot of Republicans are not feeling Trump. So I want us to go more into international too, because I feel like Donald Trump is gonna get criticized for ignoring a certain country in the like, it's some type of invasion he's gonna ignore, and it's gonna cost a lot of controversies.